KUAW, Knowledge, Understanding, and Wisdom, Kansas City's fastest growing community global radio station. You can check out this broadcast in a number of ways. You can go to YouTube, you can go to Facebook Live, you can go to Twitter, you can go to Twitch, you can go to the TuneIn app on your mobile device, and KUAW.org. All you gotta do is type in KUAW and we will pop right up. And on some of those mods, you can actually see us and interact with us live. Also, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please call in at 816-599-6893. Today's show is being taken over by some students of RMS Radio. RMS Radio is an organization that started about 5 years ago at Raytown Middle School, where we have students that come in with a partnership with KUAW Radio, who sits down and they give the news from their vantage point. And every time these kids are on the air, it lights it up. So I want to just give a special applause and a special adoration to these students, because this is their first live broadcast, because last year when Thanos snapped and COVID happened, we couldn't be in the studio now. So now we're in. So it's a blessing to have these kids here. And we have someone that's a familiar face, and then we have someone that's a new face. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Starting to my right.
Hi, my name is Lexi, and I'm in 8th grade.
Hello, my name is Jarvis Walker, and I'm in 7th grade.
So Lexi and Jarvis, they meet with me every Wednesday in regards to Broadcast Club, because we come up with cool ideas to express the news through their eyes. So we've done things like, games, and we've done other little pieces throughout the years. But one piece of information for show content that's very, very engaging is when we have viewer mail. And when we say viewer mail, that's when we have questions from our classmates. So, question to both of you. When you're out in the hallways or in class or in the cafeteria or on the bus stop, do you and your classmates talk about issues that affect you within the school?
Yes, absolutely.
No, I don't talk during class. I just spend the 4 minutes getting to class.
Okay. But do you ever share concerns about your school to your classmates? Do you ever talk about, I wish school would do this, or could school would do that?
No, and not to say that I wouldn't, but it just hasn't happened.
Well, guess what? It's going to happen now. Because what we did was we asked a few classrooms full of students to give us some information that we can discuss in regards to answering some of their questions live on the air. Make sense?
Yes.
Now, they say sometimes children should be, seldom seen and seldom heard. Well, you got cameras in front of you and microphones in front of you. So now people can see you, and now you can go ahead and get noisy. So y'all ready to get this started?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Now, I'm sitting here in the studio live, and I have, your moms. They're sitting over here watching. Mr. Walker's back here. Now, back in our generation, cafeteria food wasn't really all that bad. We had those old grandmas cooking for us. We had the good old fried chicken and the homemade cookies and rolls and everything. So now it's different. So this student here has a question. And this student's question is, how do you feel about school food?
Personally, I don't eat school food. I eat lunch at home.
Okay.
I don't eat lunch at school.
So why do you not eat lunch at school?
Because it's bland and it's not good.
And there's probably not much seasoning on it?
No, not at all. It's no seasoning.
Okay, so no seasoning on the cafeteria food. Jarvis, do you eat cafeteria food?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Sometimes there are days where it's just no, and I don't eat. I just wait to get home and eat there.
And and that's kind of an issue too. When we wait to eat, because everyone in here besides you two and my young man over here in the corner has a job. We work, and we know that if we don't get that lunch break, it's gonna be a problem. So you all not eating, that's an issue. And also I feel that you all have every right to ask or, question what you're eating, because it's your cafeteria food. So let me ask this question. I'm going to go ahead and spin this question around. What can we do to make cafeteria food better? If it was your suggestion, which it is now, what can we do to make cafeteria food better?
We can inform the government to legally make things the way they used to be.
Okay, the way they used to be.
I mean, you guys got homemade. I've never heard of that before, but you guys got homemade things. So I didn't know about that.
It was good. And it was a big piece of chicken too.
Oh my God.
I mean, you hold your plate like this, right?
I don't know how or why it changed, but
Yeah. You're right. I mean, I like how you said that you don't know why or how it changed, but it changed. Yeah. Okay. Lexi, what do you think?
I think we would just have to know opinions on what kids eat nowadays because what they be trying to serve us is not what everybody wants to eat, nor does it look appetizing.
So, like, kind of get a petition on what you like to eat. Now, we had something called an a la carte line. And I know I'm going to take everyone down memory lane. Now, you had your typical lunch line where you got, like, your hot lunch. But then, if you had some extra money in your pocket, you went to an a la carte line. And on the a la carte side, you probably got nachos, burgers, fries, chili cheese fries, donuts, chips, slushy machine. Remember the slush puppy? Slush machine. You know, you got the Fruitopia juices. You know the stuff I'll be fighting your classmate for every morning. The little
Yeah.
So you know we had
The
stuff
Calypso.
like that. So yeah, the Calypso juices. So we had stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, I know they want to make things healthier, but is it possible for healthy food to taste good too?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. So your school's watching. What are some healthy, delicious choices that you would like to see in your lunch line? I'm gonna go ahead and throw one out. I've been on this whole salmon salad kick, but I know, but maybe like some nice salads, with some nice protein in it.
we do have salads.
Yeah, but it's like that diced up ham though, right?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to add it in there. It's a choice.
Yeah, I mean now they had like chicken or something. Do they have chicken to put in there?
No, it's just the ham.
Just ham. Okay. All right. So what are some other choices? I threw out mine.
Maybe real fruit, because we have fruit. It's not real. This doesn't taste real.
Okay. Like it's
real.
full of preservatives.
I don't know what they put in there. It's not real fruit. That's all I know.
Jarvis, I like you. Okay.
Maybe real fruit.
Okay, it's like some actual fruit. Got you.
Yes.
I would say more like protein, like actual real protein.
Okay, real protein. Yeah. Now, at my son's school, and they've been doing this for years, they have like in the classrooms, and if we were to walk in right now, you would see like a fruit stand. And they just have fresh fruit there, so people can walk by and grab an apple, grab an orange, or whatever, and eat. So, yeah, I like that. Like actual fruit you can just actually see and peel without all the extra stuff to it. I would say one thing I would like to see is portion sizes. I know like we have some kids that are bigger than me. And I know one little piece of chicken may not fill them up. So, I mean, I would like to see the portion sizes change.
Yes, most of the time it is really small.
Yeah, it is really small. And like you're not even hungry. I'm sorry, you're still hungry after you eat that.
Right.
Yeah. What about
Excuse me.
like bless you, the drink choices, like like the milk and.
Oh, it's like that. Just a milk in a carton, and like a tiny little juicy juice box, like enough to fill up a 4-year-old.
Okay, yeah, and it's not just at our school. It's like at schools across the board in regards to school lunch. School lunch has always been an issue wherever you go in regards to school. I mean, like my son goes to a French immersion school, and we got some parents in here. Their school lunch is a sack lunch, so we got so I'm like, well, if he's eating that, I can just pack him a lunch, I know some students say, would it be cool if they had access to a microwave inside the cafeteria because sometimes they, their moms give them food to warm up. That might be cool. I know, cause I know your mama cooks. And yours, yeah.
Yes.
Your mama, yes. So yeah, I mean that would be cool too. I know another school where I worked, there was an actual microwave where students could actually use, but with supervision. But also one thing I would probably like to see, maybe like water, bottled water would always be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they charge. They charge you. I think it's 75 cents.
Oh, they got bottled water there?
Yeah, but you have to go to the snack line
snack
and get
line,
a
okay.
bottled water.
Yeah. Now let me ask you. Okay, you mentioned snack line. Do you see the snack line being more popular than the hot food lunch line?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's the only alternative.
There's so many students that come back to their tables with chips and Rice Krispie treats and stuff like that because the drinks.
Frozen yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Frozen yogurt's good.
they recently changed the drinks to be apple juice and orange juice. They don't have water at my school, And a lot of kids get orange juice, but if you drink orange juice every day the entire school year, that's not healthy.
Oh, it's not healthy drinking.
I normally don't drink in my school. I occasionally have an apple juice, but that's about it.
Yeah, and apple juice is better vitamin C. But like, and a good thing about our snack line in our building, though, that I like is it is like, you know, the food kids like, but a healthy spin to it, like whole grain chips, or like you said, frozen yogurt instead of frozen ice cream.
Yes.
And frozen yogurt is good. I mean, I tear some yogurt up. you know, put a little granola in it. Yeah, and then like also you mentioned salad. I see a lot of kids getting salads too. So the kids want to eat healthy, but they want, you know, the good kind of healthy. So anything else about the cafeteria food?
No.
No? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there too. On Mondays, did y'all get pizza from Pizza Hut or Godfather's Pizza or something like that? Yeah, yeah, we would get the school would buy cases of pizza. Now I know at our school they would actually do that too. You could buy a pizza slice too. It was before you all got there though.
No, when I was there in 6th grade, you were able to buy pizza.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, that was cool. We had Taco Bell one time. Now I don't. If you're watching, please don't give us Taco Bell. No.
Some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, some Chick-fil-A. So, yeah. So but you know, also that'd be a good fundraiser idea too if they were to actually have some of these restaurants let us buy things at a discount price to where we can make money off of it. That'd be great too if they're listening. That would be cool also. I mean, I know I would always eat in the cafeteria when it was at pizza. I'd get cheese pizza and sit there and eat that. And lady give me a big old slice, and I sit back there just smiling. like
Pizza Hut, really?
He got his pizza, y'all. He gonna be in a good mood. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. But school lunch, that's a good one. We're gonna throw that one right there. And I'm gonna start a pile. You know, we're gonna have done and come back. So we done with this, or you wanna come back?
We're done.
We're done.
Yep.
We're done. Okay. All right, let's mix them around. Here's a good one. Okay, this one. Why can't we wear hats in school? Now, this is one of my students. You know, his nickname is Pretty, and he knows why. I'm on the fence with that, and I've had some back and forth questions with the teacher next door to me in regards to hats. And, you know, I mean, she made a good point. She said, why should people not wear hats in buildings? I said, well, I feel men shouldn't because it's a respect thing. And she said, well, who said so? And I'm like, wow, that was a good question. Who said so? But personally, how I'm raised, I just tend to not wear my hat in the building. That's just, that's just me. So, but then again, though, I mean, like, I don't have any hair. Cause I'm, you know, my man Jarvis got some nice hair, and you got enough hair for me and you. Sometimes it gets a little chilly in the building, and I might need a little something on my head. But what do you all think about hats? I mean, question: Why do you think we can't wear hats in the school building, and do you think we should wear hats in the school building?
I was personally always taught that they couldn't see you on the camera, so you weren't allowed to wear hats and hoods and stuff like that. Because they couldn't, you know, recognize you if something was to happen. I mean, I don't know why the rule is there, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't wear a hat anyway, so.
I get that. I get that.
I learned this recently from my English teacher that the rule is there because people can hide stuff in them.
Okay. And it's funny you say that because when I was taking a test, when I was an undergrad, years and years and years ago, they said, when you are in here taking a test, wear your hat backwards. I said, why? They said, because people put the answers on the bill of the hat. And I said, why didn't I think of that? so maybe college professors are listening. Yeah. So with saying that, I kind of understand that. And then, like, Lexi, you said something that kind of led to another one, too, in regards to hoods. We'll get to that in a minute. You said so they can see you on the camera.
Yes.
That's kind of like a gray area because when we talk about that, then we kind of blend into, okay, are people being targeted or, you know, do you think something's going to happen, you know? But your honest opinion, though, do you think it's an issue for kids to wear hats in buildings? Do you think it's okay? Because in college, I wore a hat in the building in class. Cause I used to, you know, it was cold. You know, people wore hats. But I knew not to wear a hat in church or inside of someone's home or something like that. But, I mean, Do you think it should be okay for kids to wear hats in buildings, in school buildings?
I personally don't have an opinion on it.
Right.
Maybe not, because the whole idea with people can hide stuff in them, you can hide things in your backpack too, so it doesn't really make it a significant change. So I think it's fine.
So is it okay to have hat days every now and then, like on a Spirit Week?
Yeah.
Yeah, every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think like the whole hat thing is just like the cell phone thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't mind a kid having a phone if they know how to be respectful with it. You know, don't have it out when you're in class, or don't be texting no one, or if it's, you know, turn it off, don't let it ring. Same with a hat. You know, teach them the, you know, the decor. You know, the decorum about it. Don't have them just wear it willy nilly. I don't know. I think a lot of things can be solved with just simple education. Me, I'm still on the fence. Like I said, I come from that old school where men open up doors for ladies. You take off your hat when you're in a building. That's just me. But I kind of see both sides. So this the done pile or come back to it?
It's done.
She said done. All right. So let's go ahead and segue to the next one though. Hoods. You know, another question. Now we have several of these hood ones in here. I wish you all can see from my vision. Hoods. Why do we have to have our hoods down in school? I mean, same thing with the hats, but I mean, I think hats and hoods are kind of different.
It's way more difficult to hide something in the hood. I don't see why we can't wear hoods.
So you want to wear a hood in the building?
Yes.
You would like to, but not a hat?
I mean, this is no reason for it.
So no reason for a hat, but a reason for a hood?
Yes, because, like I just said, it's harder to hide something. Mm-hmm. And what she said about the hats, they can't see one of the cameras. They could probably see you easier. It's like what sweater or what shirt or what jacket were they wearing that day?
Right. The kid wearing a yellow sweater.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you just find a kid wearing a yellow sweater. There she is. Because the cameras are in color now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You made a good point. He said, why does it matter if you look at the color of the shirt? I got you.
Hoods, I think it's just like a hat. I mean, I don't really have a thing on, like, opinion on it, because I've always just been taught not to wear a hood or a hat in the building.
Yeah. It's kind of like a preference thing. I mean, personally, I don't see why kids should wear a hood in the building. I don't get that. Now, if there's an issue and the heat's off, I remember one year the heat wasn't working, and it was like bitterly cold in the building. Oh yeah, I put something on because, like I said, I just recently shaved my head. I'm thinking I'm looking good. I walk in the building like, yo, no. So, yeah, makes sense. Like you said, same thing as hats. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in the done pile.
Yes.
Done. Okay. All right, let's find a good one here. Now, there's some stuff we might get called to the carpet on. All right. Okay. I'm gonna keep the whole theme going. Okay. This student said thoughts on a dress code. Now we had a lot of dress code questions, so I'm we got several. Dress code, thoughts on a dress code, all that kind of stuff. So, our school does not have a dress code. I mean, we have certain things you can and can't wear, but as far as having an actual dress code, we don't have a flat-out dress code. Like at my son's school, they got to wear a uniform, and it's very strict. Check this out, okay? Here, we in a recession, fresh out of a pandemic. I get this list from the school. It says, we have a requirement for kids to wear. All right, cool. They only got to wear one color pants, that's khaki, and they got to wear blue, white, and red polo shirts. Has to be white or red or navy blue. Not that light blue, but navy, and only one color pants.
Why?
That's like, I had to go like 4-5 different stores and Amazon. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So that's a uniform. That's very tedious. But we don't have a dress code, not nearly as strict as that. Do you think our school needs a dress code?
Well, they may not have a written dress code, but we have a dress code.
Okay.
Because a lot of the things, they try to get you for, like, shorts and the pajama pants and if you showing your shoulders and stuff like that. And I guess it all depends on who you go past too, if they're gonna basically target you for dress code or not.
Yeah. I mean, dress code is important. Like you said, there's just certain things that, you can and can't get by with. Like, one thing that teachers like in the school building, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if you want to if you want to see your teacher in a good mood, I want you to watch their expression when they get their email saying you got jeans day. They go nuts. Oh my God! Ah! I mean, it's like they won the lottery. Remember on the Muppets when they were Kermit Frog? Ah! That's those are your teachers when they get a jeans day. So it's like they love that. So when teachers get a jeans day, they are in excellent mood. I want you to sit and do an experiment. On a day where teachers gotta wear regular clothes, watch their temperament, and then watch them when they get jeans day. You might walk into class. All right, class. Today we're gonna just watch a movie. Let's play a game or a field trip. But no jeans day. Okay, test. No, we just joking. But like teachers like to dress down too. So you made a good point. We don't have a dress code, but we really do. What are your views about the dress code, Jarvis? Do you think we should have one? Should it be stronger enforced?
Well, like you said, the school, we go to the same school.
Yeah, we do.
It's not at all strict, and there's really no real problem with it. It doesn't affect anyone in a negative format, so I don't see why there should be a dress code.
Okay. So, let me ask you this question. What are some things that you think should be allowed on dress code and some things that are just, no, we're not doing that?
Well, like the shirts with the violence and stuff like that I think those shouldn't be allowed. But like, I know the shorts, like the shirts covering your butt and stuff like that, especially for girls, I've noticed they really are big on that, and I don't understand why. Mm-hmm. Well, when they tell you,
long shirts.
Yeah, wear the long shirts that cover your butt and stuff like that, because they tell you it basically provokes the young boys to think a certain way.
Mm. And yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a slippery slope because, it is because I looked over and some of our parents were like, Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, I asked you a question and you gave your honest answer. Yeah. All right, Jarvis. I mean, what are some things what's one thing that you feel, we should be able to wear that, and then no, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't wear that.
Well, the obvious thing would be that you can't wear a bikini to school. It's obvious, but I don't really have a simple, direct answer for that question.
Well, I mean, you said bikini. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, because we know it's not Baywatch Middle School.
Common sense.
Yeah, right. Yeah, common sense. I got you. Now, me, I would say my biggest pet peeve. I don't like sagging. Man, I'm gonna be kind of uncomfortable. Now, but like some days, if throwing a jogging suit, like I know on comfy day, I wore a jogging suit one time. I wore one on a Friday. I felt good. So I don't know. Maybe like kind of throw in the whole jogging suit, track suit every now and then. I like track suits. So if you're watching. All right, yeah, but just like with everything else, dress code is different because a lot of us dress, like you said earlier, based on how we're raised or what we think is good or not, or I don't see an issue. So it's going to be a hodgepodge of conversations going on with that too. So it is what it is. So dress code, done or come back to it? Done. All right. Okay, let's see what else we have right here. Now that's one question I'm not gonna ask. This kid trying to get us set up. Okay, this is a good one. This kid says, my topic is, how do you cope with bullying? Bullying is in school. Now I know you probably personally have not been have not been bullied. However, what do you think a school's policy should be on bullying? We have a pretty strict policy against bullying in our school, but what do you think a typical school bullying policy should look like? So like if you were in charge and someone said, hey, I was bullied, what do you think should happen?
I mean, take effect immediately. I feel like our school doesn't really do that. They kind of just like wait around or they try to get back to you at a later time when action needs to be taken immediately.
Okay, so you want a more immediate response when it comes to bullying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel the punishment for bullying at my school, we go to the same school, at our school is not very substantial. They would, if they do something serious, and they would get suspended for a day and then come back the next day and do the same thing to someone else.
Yeah.
And no one really tells because children have gone into the mindset of don't be a snitch.
Right, yeah.
And so many things happen behind teachers' backs that just go under the radar.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. And sometimes things take a while to get investigated because it's like you said, Jarvis, because both what you're saying goes hand in hand. You have kids that just don't open up their mouths because they feel afraid or they feel nervous. So do you think if kids felt more comfortable coming out and saying, hey, look, I'm being bullied, things would be handled in a more expedient manner?
Yes.
You think you said
Maybe.
yes? Maybe. Okay. All right, now let's go back to the original question at hand. Let's say you're in charge. Let's say that you're the principals, co-principals, and you are in charge for a week. That long enough? A week? Let's just I can do a lot. Just make sure I get a raise. All right. So, Lexi and Jarvis, you're in charge for a week.
Mm-hmm.
You have some kids come to you that are being bullied. What consequences would you go and give the kids that are bullying your students?
Well, the parents would definitely be informed.
Mm-hmm.
And suspensions for...
Okay. You said inform the
Weeks.
parents? You said weeks. Okay, I got you. All right.
I think suspensions would be involved, but also like a better plan with parents because you have the parents who just generally don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're like, okay, you got suspended, stay at home, do what you need to do, and, go back to school.
So get parents more involved.
Yes.
Because, back in the day, and we're going to go out memory lane again, if I had an issue and you had an issue and we were beefing, they sat down with your parents and my parents and said, look, we're going to hear about the problem, and this is what's not going to happen. Because if it happens again, man, there was some yes Lord going on up in there. But, times change. But then again, they say times change, but I like going back saying there's nothing new under the sun. Because the same stuff that you've done, someone did 150 years ago. So, yeah, you all gave some real good ones, but I definitely agree getting those parents involved because you have some parents that don't care. However, I think the parents that don't care need to meet some parents that do care. And I got two of them right now that are like, yep. I know for a fact about one of them.
I want to go back to your generation.
Yeah, now our generation was cool. But kids are cut a little bit different now. But,
God.
A little bit. A lot of bit.
Yeah. And we have those conversations in class about how things were back when we were younger. We had a lot bit more responsibility. We can hop on the metro and ride to Bannister Mall and spend all day there, watch a movie and, wild out, get on back home by a certain time. Man, we would not dare do that with our kids now.
If I were the principal and I was in charge and I suspend someone dozens of times and behavior just doesn't change, either the parents need to be investigated, and if they still don't go to a certain extent with their child to reprimands and instill discipline, then you just can't come to school.
Well, there's a school district down in Texas. If a kid messes up, let's say you two cut up, you get in trouble, then mamas, they get fined. Now, can you imagine going home and your mama got a $50 fine? Look at little brother. Oh no! Could you imagine that? Now you messing with money now, and we all know from our generation, you don't mess with nobody's money.
No, you don't.
You don't. So, that's a way of getting parents involved. I do know in our district and in districts in the Kansas City area, with attendance, you get like a subpoena from court, or I know in I want to say another district close by us, there was one parent that got fined $500 because their kid was not going to school.
Yikes.
Could you imagine what $500 can buy?
A lot.
Yeah,
Shoes.
Yeah, some bills, some groceries. First thing she said was shoes. Some shoes. I could buy some hair.
A man.
Walk in one of them. Yeah. Our tracksuits. right?
Tracks.
Yeah. Tracksuits Friday. So yeah, I mean, so I think when you get the parents involved, I think a lot of problems will go away. Cause I like what you said. You said you have some parents that don't care. Then you said you got those parents that do. Put them in a room together. Oh yeah, some things are gonna change. Yeah. So I do like that. You know what? I'm gonna put the bullying thing over and come back to it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because we got some stuff that can connect to that here. Pajama pants. Do we really want to touch on pajama pants?
I don't know why.
What is there to say? What's the question?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
does
You know,
it say?
okay. People who like to wear pajama pants. Now, of course, we're not always gonna agree. I think we argue almost every day, right? For the most part. No, but I mean, you know, we're gonna disagree. But I think you have teacher and students. We both feel that pajama pants
aren't meant for school.
they're not. You know, they're not. They're made for the bed. You know, I mean, it's like. Now, I went to school with someone, and I actually taught kids like this to another school. Not Raytown Middle. It's another school. And if y'all want me to, I'll say those schools' name. But East Middle. And these kids walked up in there, and oh my goodness, she said, "Yeah, you know, I just got about to bed and wore my pajama pants and came on school." What? I said, "Whoa!" Now they did that in college too. Now, oh yeah, I didn't do it in college, but I knew kids that would get up and they'd be late for class, and they put on their pajama pants. And then get right back into bed with them same pants on. And plus, also, y'all, you know, with pajama pants,
No. No.
Yeah, Jarvis keeps on saying no. And and Lexi look at me like, Mr. Gill, what you gonna say?
Because think about it. If you wake up one morning, you go to school, and you deal with all of the child germs that are out of school. And then you go back home.
Make you itchy.
You go back
I'm getting that Ray Charles itch.
And they go back home and they go to sleep. It will roll around your entire house and they go to sleep in those same germs.
Yeah, you're right. And you're more vulnerable when you sleep, too. Yeah, you are. What you got to say about that? I know you got something to say. Yeah, 'cause
when we did pajama pants and stuff when we did Spirit Week, I was always, you wear your pajama pants, you woke up, and then you put on fresh ones if you was going to do that.
Right, yeah.
And then you go to school, you take a shower, and then you put on another pair of fresh ones.
Yes.
You never going to sleep in those same ones.
No, you don't. And then, like, also, some of these pajama pants, you know, they don't offer the same protection as jeans or tracksuit pants. Tracksuits. Or anything like that. Because, I mean, you know, also you don't have pockets, you'd be losing stuff. And it's, you know, it's, yeah, I think all those in favor of not wearing pajama pants, please say aye.
Aye.
Yeah. 7th grade, 8th grade, staff.
Oh, 7th grade.
6th grade, we know you're gonna roll with us. So I think we can put the pajama pants in the done column. Yeah, cause
there's nothing else.
Jarvis, you know what? I'm gonna go home and take like 2 showers and run through a car wash after what you just said.
Car wash.
I'm gonna sit around the hood.
Get the rainbow soap.
What's it called? The sea gloss? Mr. Gale, you smell like sea gloss. I know.
Make sure you get the tire shine.
Tire shine on my shoes? Yeah. All right. Okay, so we got that out, and I'm sure we're going to get some flack about the whole pajama pants. Here's a good one. Bathroom passes. One kid asked, is it possible for teachers to give kids bathroom passes? Now, I'm going to say something, and I may get some flack for it, but it is what it is. I had good classroom management. I taught about, I had differentiated reading years ago, and I had, about 5 kids in class, just 5, because it was a small reading class. And they were very, very well-behaved kids. And I said, don't ask me to go to the restroom. That's your business. And I had a restroom pass, and the kids would get up, they would take the pass, go to the restroom, they would come back in about 5 minutes. If they need to be gone longer, they say, sir, I got to blah, 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 blah. Do you think? They come right back. It was never an issue. Matter of fact, the principal was like, hey, y'all like that. You know, you're showing the kids responsibility. Because we all working here, well, with the exception of you two, my man over here with the phone. We all, we have jobs. And last time I checked, you don't have to ask to go to the bathroom. You don't. We just go. So I want to I use that to get kids in the mindset of being responsible with using the restroom. Because we know sometimes 4 minutes in the passing period may not be enough time because, it might be a line in the restroom or you might got to do something else in the restroom. So, do you think bathroom passes should be given to kids?
Yes.
Okay.
All the way.
All the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, explain why. I mean, what should it look like and how should it be used?
I mean, just go to the bathroom as you like feel needed, like, because I can't tell you if you got to go to the bathroom or not, or you should have handled your business in 4 minutes. Or I'm not gonna flat out just tell you no, because then that's when you get the kids who walk out the classroom.
Right. Or they call their parents and say, "You're not letting my kid use the restroom," or you have an accident. You don't want that. Yeah, so what do you think?
Yes. There's no. If they're caught slipping and trying to get out the school, then that's a whole nother issue. But normally that doesn't happen.
I think it just comes to classroom management. I mean, like, I know in my classes, bathrooms aren't a real huge issue. Kids use the restroom, they go to the restroom, they come right back. I look at it like this: if a teacher has a good, safe atmosphere, kids gonna want to come to your classroom. They're not gonna want to skip your class.
Definitely.
So with saying that, as a teacher, I am used to the whole bathroom pass thing. Kid come up to you, you mark it off, they go to the restroom, come right back. And if you abuse it, take it away. Like, for example, if I'm riding down the street with my seatbelt off, driving the wrong way, then my license gets taken away.
Correct.
Right? If I'm not being a good parent, they take my kid away, So if they take away responsibilities as an adult, I feel, maybe as a kid, the whole bathroom pass thing might work. You messed up. Okay, I'll take that, Lexi. You guys sit and wait like everybody else. Right. For example.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I got to agree with y'all on the whole bathroom pass thing because there's times where, you may need more than 4 minutes. And then you got kids that are embarrassed to say why they were in the bathroom, too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have situations that are even more embarrassing where a kid's been holding it all day and they just can't. And then, like, they walk out and you got to explain to a parent why you're not letting the kid use the restroom. But I think communication needs to take place with that. Yeah, Cause like, y'all should see these parents over here, y'all. They like, yeah, So, come back to it. Or we done?
We're
Done? Bathroom
Yes.
pass. Okay. Over there with your pajama pants. Okay. I don't understand this one. The player of the game in basketball for the school. All right.
That kid's not too bright.
Yeah.
I think
see.
we're done with that.
Yeah. Done, pal? Yeah, done, pal. Okay, let's see. Ooh, these are some good ones. Pajama pants again. Hoods again.
Nope.
Now, these are the ones that are going to involve a lot of conversation. I want to save these for, like, near the end.
Do that way.
Okay, Lexi says this one.
Mm-hmm.
Woo. All right. So, all right. I'm going to try to read this in a manner.
Read it off?
Go ahead.
Why does the school employ teachers who do not care and never hear?
Okay. That's a good one. Teachers who don't come to school, come to work. Yeah. Now, keep in mind, there are some situations where teachers, they can't come because of the whole COVID thing or quarantine or something like that. But then you have, like you all said, it's obvious. It's across the board. Subbing is a huge problem across the board all throughout the nation and even in some of those Caribbean countries where I want to go to. So, that's a good question. Let's talk about that. Who wants to dive into that? Who wants to bite into that apple? Go ahead, Jarvis.
My simple answer would be they don't. If they deliberately knew that they were employing a person that wouldn't care, then they wouldn't hire them.
Right.
It's just simple. But if they are hired and then over the course of months they show that they're not showing up for work or they're not doing their job correctly, then, that problem either gets solved or they're fired.
Yeah, Jarvis, you made a good point because it's like people look good. Everyone looks good on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do. But then when you come in and you start showing that you don't look good on paper, then it's get out of here. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Lexi, something's telling me I need to brace myself. It's all good. Because we have these conversations in class.
I feel like they do employ teachers who don't care just so they can basically say, we have teachers at our school, or, you know, we don't have any subs, because I've had plenty of teachers who generally don't care. They're just there basically for the money.
Right. And we have that conversation in advisory, too. I mean, throughout all your years in school. I mean, because I know I see both of you young people going beyond high school.
Yes.
All right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I do. And I will say, and this is no knock or no slam, every teacher that you have will not care for you. I remember when I first started teaching, they told me, they said, you have people who are in the profession for the week, bless you, the weekends off and the summers off. And there are people that are openly, they will tell you that, I'm here for the summers off, which is messed up. So you will see that, and it will come out where there are some individuals who just really don't care about what they're doing. And you're right. I mean, it does affect the students.
Yes.
It does. Mm-hmm. It definitely does. Because your job is, like in my classroom, well, they say that a kid's job is to learn and the teacher's job is to teach. Well, in my classroom, we both share the same job. I'll learn from you, you learn from me. I teach, you teach. That's communication. So you're not going to see that everywhere you go. Hence why you got to have high expectations for teachers too. If teachers have high expectations for students, I feel students and parents need to have high expectations for teachers as well too, and your administrators. Because this is a rough time period and we understand stuff happens. But at the same time, you have, you know, situations where it's like, wow, you know, what are we going to do? Now, keep in mind, there can be teachers that care for you who have a situation where they are not able to be there with you. They still care. On the flip side, you do have people that are there every day, but they don't care for you. You don't have a connection with that person. Does that make sense? Yeah, like you're in my classroom every day, and I don't really just fool with you like that. That's messed up, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like an across the board problem. I mean, it's like I think the good thing about the pandemic is it's kind of showing who's here for the kids and who's not. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Because I guarantee if I were to ask you, and I don't, let's do that. Because I'm all about giving people their flowers while they're still here. Because I want to give a shout out. I want to kind of take a pause here. I want to give a shout out to my man, Big Ches, who we lost this weekend due to COVID-19. Me and that brother went to school together. We even grew up together, and it really hurt me when I heard that he's no longer with us. Definitely prayers are going to you and your family. I wish I gave you your flowers more while you were here. So with saying that, I would like my students to kind of give a tribute. Like, who's that teacher that despite what's, you've been going through with this whole pandemic, who's really been rocking for you, who's really been there for you? You want to give that teacher a shout out, say, hey, look, I want to appreciate you for what you do?
That goes to my school currently?
Yeah, currently.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go last year, this year. Because, pandemic kind of stretched, 2 school years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them being way longer than the other. My favorite teacher is Mrs. Porter.
Okay.
My physical education teacher. You can tell she really cares.
Mm-hmm.
All of my teachers would bend over backwards to receive the education that myself and every one of their students needs. Mm-hmm. But Miss Porter's my favorite.
That's real tough. And Miss Porter, she does support this show, so I know she's listening. So go ahead and smile, Miss Porter. Just got a shout out. All right, Lexi.
Honestly, I wouldn't give Mr. Gethers one because even on virtual, he still saw the potential and gave me more opportunities than most teachers would.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely do. Yeah, 'cause you're right. I did see a lot of the potential, and you're really showing out. Mama's sitting right there looking like, yeah, I know. You're a good kid. Any other teachers besides me?
And Mr. Green. He may be very chatty, but he is a really good teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. He is really good. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we have a great group of teachers in our building that I love working with. I mean, like, and the kids. I know you see it more, Lexi, with Mr. Green and I kind of going back and forth with Miss Ernst next door, Mr. Fletcher around the corner. I mean, like, you know, we make a safe neighborhood for our students in our area. And I know, Jarvis, you come down every Wednesday morning for Broadcast Club.
Yes.
But, like, you know, we have a very safe environment. And I will say that despite what's going on, I mean, we have a nice group of teachers in our building that really rock for these kids. I mean, like, when the kids drop them off, I made a comment to Lexi one time. I said, Lexi, I've been raising you for 2 years in this classroom. And I mean, that's a real comment. You know, it's like, you know, I had Lexi virtually, and then she said she wanted to be in my classroom physically, and then now she's in my advisory. So I see Lexi every. So now she's like my kid. I'm responsible for her every day throughout the day. So that's real talk. I mean, like, you know, you have kids that actually request to go to teachers. You know, kids who feel safe being around certain teachers, and Jarvis said all my teachers, but I really want to highlight Miss Porter. Lexi said Mr. Gethers and Mr. Green. So, I mean, it's like, you know, the fact that you have kids who are saying this and who are saying, you know, I really connect with this teacher here, it's making everything a lot better and a lot more reasonable and a lot easier to digest. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I know we have fun going through a lot of all these. And I guess this one's for me. Do all of you do your job?
I mean, well, we all have a job.
Yeah.
I would say yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
No, I do my job. I can't speak for the other students, but I do my job.
Well, I would say these kids are doing their job and then some, because not only are these kids students, they're also some of the youngest show hosts in the state of Missouri. So they're actual radio personalities with KUAW. So they're teaching. So students by day, show hosts by night. Y'all like superheroes.
PJ Masks.
Yeah, PJ Masks. You know, speaking of PJ Masks, they parents don't know they superheroes, and don't no one else see that big old thing in the middle of the city. And who taught that boy how to drive? I don't know. Okay, another show topic. And I asked my son this. My son was like, "Dad, it's a cartoon." No. We're gonna talk about this. So maybe I should. You know what? I'm gonna bring my son in. And we're gonna have this conversation. Cause I want to get to the bottom of PJ Masks. Cause something ain't right. But anyway, as far as job goes, yeah, we all do our job. And one thing I will say, the thing about being a teacher during a pandemic is actually being able to give kids a quality education despite what's going on around them. When they're in my classroom, they don't see the world falling apart. They see what they can do to make the world change. And we're saying that I kind of want to end on that note because we are at the end of our time. I do want to empower our teachers to continue to be that change for our students because they need it. We are the ones to unlock the potential within them to make this world a better place. Not to be a cliche, because really they are the future. Because last time I checked, we have an expiration date, and they're just starting. So let's go ahead and make it happen. Any closing comments, Lexi?
No.
Any shout outs? You want to shout out your mom, your brother, your peeps?
Shout out my community.
Okay, her community. I like that. Jarvis? No? He said nah. Okay. So, from the community, the village, our viewers, our listeners, and the people Jarvis said no to, and also a huge shout out to Raytown Middle School students and staff. We want to say thank you. And from the source of the Inkwell, keep in mind that education overflows like ink, and like ink, let it stain permanent. We'll see you all next time. God bless.